The first AC assistant camera belongs in the camera department. He is a key element in a film set because if he's good, he can push forward the whole crew, and if he is bad, he can cause major setbacks. His main responsibilities are setting up the camera, maintaining it along with the camera equipment and accessories. Also, he is the responsible person to pull focus when needed to follow action on set, and last but not least, to follow the instructions of the director of photography. But a first AC is nothing without his trusted toolkit. He can always be spotted in the set holding one big bag full of gadgets, tapes, filters, cables, tools and other accessories. In this video we will show you what he uses and how he uses it to do his job. So let's get to it. Firstly on our list is the AC's best friend, the monitor. The monitor is essential to him in order to always be spot on focused, to look at the histogram as well as other colour and camera settings, and if he's shooting outdoors it's nice to have a hood for it. Secondly, we have the Matbox. The Matbox is the piece of equipment that goes in front of the camera and its primary functions are to control the unwanted light that comes into the camera, and the other one is to hold filters. Neutral density, polarizing or others. He has to keep an eye out on what the director of photography wants to use, and then he sticks a little piece of tape on the Matbox in order to know what filter is inserted. Next on the list is the most important piece of equipment for the AC. With the follow focus, he is pulling focus in order to follow the action on set, and he achieves that by going from one mark to another that he has already marked by counting the distance of the subject. And this takes us to the next item too. Which of course is the trusted tape measure that he counts the distance between the camera sensor and the actors. Now let's not forget about the most iconic tool in all of film history. The Slate is a tool that the first AC brings on set but never uses it. It's the second AC's job, or sometimes the assistant director's. The Slate is the tool that helps in post-production. It helps on syncing the sound and the image. Moreover, he can see information like who is the director of photography, and also if that shot was filmed in day or at night. Our next tool is the Multitool. He can use it to cut a branch if he shoots outdoors, or just to throw it on someone who speaks during the take. You never know when it's going to be useful. Our next tool is a very straightforward one, the screwdriver, which he uses to screw the plate onto the camera. To be noted that it's useful to have both a flathead and a Phillips type of screwdriver. But the AC also uses Allen keys. He has to have both metric and American system Allen keys, as they are essential when he has to assemble or disassemble a rig. When shooting in the dark, he cannot see, obviously, so it's very helpful to have a small torch just to see what buttons he is pressing on the camera. Moreover, he can use the torch in order to light up the subject so he can focus easier. Alternatively, he can use the torch to check that there's no dust on the sensor. Or, in a break, he can do some crazy stuff to light up the mood. In a film crew, everyone has to be as tidy as possible. The AC uses cable ties and Velcro in order to secure any cables nice and tight. Speaking of cables, it's necessary to have HDMI or SDI cables if he is shooting with a more professional camera. He uses these cables to connect a monitor with the camera. And then we have the tool that gets consumed the most. No one can ever have enough of it, and of course, it's the tape. The AC marks the actors in various ways, and he always uses a colour per actor in order to avoid confusion. Another role of the tape is to label batteries, filters and memory cards. Quick tip! He always twists and tears to save time on set when he wants to tear a new piece or just wants to remove it from the floor. Behind his ear, or just in his pocket, an AC has his trusty marker so he can mark the focus positions for the action on set, as well as to mark the filters that go on the Matbox. It's also strongly suggested to have more than one because they can get lost very easily. Why would he need a notebook and a pen, I hear you ask? A smart AC carries a notebook and a pen to keep track of camera settings, as well as getting the numbers of any lovely ladies. This is definitely an essential kit for any kind of shooting. It cleaning kit usually includes a rocket blower to remove any dust off the lenses of the camera, and if the dust is too much, he will use a brush, a spray for the lens and a wipe to clean it off, and a lens pen to remove smudges from the lens. We showed the basic tools in this video, but there can be many more, and that's up to the first AC and the conditions of each shooting.